Prepping may be a way of life, but it's also a state of mind. And like with all things, there are certain mindsets that can get you into a lot of trouble if you're not careful. Now, I'm not telling you how to think, but I am going to point out a few ideas that people may have stuck in their heads that could lead to disaster during or after an SHTF situation. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started in no particular order. Number one, it can't happen here. If the times that we're living in has taught you anything at all, it's that almost anything can happen anywhere at any time. There are a lot of people in general, with many in the prepping community included, that don't think that all those bad things that you hear about from other countries would ever happen in their neck of the woods. But look at us now. Mandatory masks, coin shortages, supermarkets running out of toilet paper and meat, police departments being closed down, and so on. And notice how fast it all happened. So for those preppers who only prepared for a hurricane because civil unrest would never reach their doorstep, surprise! Never underestimate the power and effectiveness of random chaos. And don't think it can't happen to you. Number two, underestimating the masses. That is to say, underestimating the desperation and potential violence of the average person, in groups or as individuals, when they feel frightened, desperate, cornered, or hungry enough. Also, don't underestimate the potential violence of the government's efforts to maintain control of a population. The whole people are inherently good bit sounds cute in church, but those same godly people may very well burn down your house over a can of peas if their stomachs are grumbling loud enough. Number three, narrow-minded plans. Again, because you never know what direction chaos may lead during SHTF, it makes no sense to have only a single plan of action, and it makes even less sense to refuse to alter or even abandon that plan if it's not working. Don't have it in mind that there's only one way to get things done when it comes to your survival. Versatility and the willingness to adapt to the situation is key when it comes to survival. A perfectly dedicated plan only works when you are sure of the outcome. This is your life we're talking about, not a video game. Number four, neglecting the basics. Or more to the point, ignoring basic survival training in favor of overestimating the things you may face that could be far-fetched. Whereas you should not underestimate the scenarios you may encounter during a survival situation, it simply doesn't do for you to have your imagination run away with you either. For example, I've heard many preppers talk about drone attacks, which, although unlikely, could happen. But these same preppers can't swim, can't start a fire without a lighter, can't identify edible plants. You get the idea. So stop dreading the sci-fi stuff and worry about the basics. You know, those things that you can actually train for. And number five, law and order mentality. That is to say, that you're the kind of person who thinks that all the rules will still apply after the grid has been down for God knows how long. This kind of ties in with number two, in that you are expecting for people to still follow all the rules. Granted, eventually there will be order again, even enforced order. But during and right after the chaos, don't expect other people to stick to all the laws of God and man. They barely obey them now. Do you remember Shane from The Walking Dead? Do you remember the conflict between him and Rick? And isn't it funny that Rick has basically turned into Shane as the series went on? Shane was ahead of the curve. He realized that the rules did not apply anymore in that new world. And you just knew I had one more for you, didn't you? Call it number 6 if you will. Having a defeatist mentality. And what does that mean? I'm talking about those preppers who gripe constantly about how SWAT teams will still come and steal all their preps, and how they'll be forced into a FEMA camp no matter what they do, or that they won't outlast the nuclear fallout, and so on and so on. If you think you have no chance whatsoever, what the hell are you prepping for? Sell all your preps and go on vacation somewhere nice now, while you can before the whole world erupts into a fireball. How can you prep and think that you have no chance at the same time? It's one or the other. Choose, and choose wisely. So I hope you found this video interesting. If you have any further points pertaining to the video, please do feel free to post them in the comments section down below. Please do give the video a thumbs up, easiest way to show your appreciation, and share it if you can. And remember to subscribe if you are new. Be sure to hit the bell icon so that you can be alerted when new content comes out. And do check out some of the other videos if you get the chance. If you would like to help this channel out, there are links for that down below. Every little bit helps, and I sure do appreciate it. I can also be found on another channel called Coffee Talk. Check it out if you get the chance. There is a link for that down below as well. So all that being said, as always, stay frosty, folks, and thanks for watching.